Welcome back to Wilso's Reviews, and today I'm going to review the new Power Rangers 2017. Now, just a quick brief on my Power Ranger history. I don't know that much about the Power Rangers. I did watch the old original show back in the day, in the 90s. Like it. Yeah, I liked it for some bits and pieces, but I wasn't all that enthusiastic. Like, I wasn't that nostalgic about it. Like, it was a little bit just to, like, of the memories that I shared with a few friends that enjoy the Power Rangers as well. I like the Blue Ranger the most. But what does this film have to the Power Rangers? Like, they've decided to reboot it to try and, I guess, give it a little bit more, just to make it a thing again, I guess. It's a very serious film at first. For the first two acts of the film, you're treated to a very serious film that explores the stories of Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Trini, and Zack, the black, yellow, pink, red, and blue Ranger. They are set to become the new Power Rangers, and they're all a bit outcast. There's like kind of a gritty film of just these kids figuring out their own kind of past, and like, trusting each other as a team and all that, and putting their faith in one another, and I guess becoming friends as well. It's about friendship. It's about becoming really good friends with one another. It's a really good film in that aspect as they bond together, and these kids are all really good actors. They are very convincing on their acting. The Blue Ranger was definitely my favorite. I thought he was going to be a little annoying, but he turned out to be very, very good in the end, and he was really, really good. Like, he even had a really couple of good funny one-liners and all that. This film that took it seriously, so I was surprised that the Power Rangers wanted to take that direction and be a bit more serious and take this a little bit more realistic. But in that aspect as well, it is also a bit cheesy, and the villain is also very cheesy. Loving Gold, Rita Repulsa, and just, yeah, just she doesn't. I don't buy Elizabeth Banks' I guess act on this movie. It kind of fell a bit apart in that aspect. Like, you just didn't really buy into her as much, and you just thought she was very cheesy as a villain. In these superhero films nowadays, all the villains are very serious, so you want to try and take your film serious in that aspect. I know the Power Rangers are kind of cheesy in that aspect, but it's like, well, if you're going to do that, why not make the whole film cheesy and just go for that cheese kind of, like, nostalgia from people anyways. But if you're going to take the movie seriously, you got to try and take it seriously, like, all around. You can't just say, okay, 70% of this film is going to be very serious, but the 30% we're going to just allow someone to be as shit and just, it's cheesy as fuck. That's about it. Acting is solid. The CG is, yeah, it's like, it will surprise a lot of people. It kind of looks like a Transformers movie at times when they use the Zords. However, I did find that it took way too bloody long to get their suits. I know that's just me, that's a part of the story, but it just took way too fucking long to get there. And, eventually once they got these suits, they were just like, they could just go one-on-one with Rita Repulsa, and yeah. There wasn't much hand-to-hand combat in that aspect. There was a lot more fighting in the Zords, and I just thought that was just a bit pointless. That you're like, okay, now you got your suits, you can use these Zords that are like big mech animal things, and you can use them expertly without any training. That was like a bit. I was like, well, come on. But anyway, yeah, and they just felt like the training scene of them trying to learn how to fight was very limited because they didn't need to use it as much in the end, just because of, like, they were mainly in the Zords. But other than that, the story is okay. You do like these characters. You do want them to succeed, and they are friends, and they do form a bond together as well as a team. It's really good to see that. Bryan Cranston does the voice of Zordon, and he does a really good job with that. And you just like hearing Bryan Cranston's voice. He's got a good voice. He's kind of like a Morgan Freeman or a David Attenborough. You can just hear their voice and just enjoy it. So I'm going to give this film a 5 out of 10. It's a good film if you like the Power Rangers. You will get your money's worth with the Power Rangers. However, I feel like if they're going to do a sequel, the sequel will be better because they might just take it into the more serious direction next time, and I hope they do that. This film is okay. It will be good for kids if kids love Power Rangers. Thank you again for tuning into Wilso's Reviews. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, hit a like on the video. If you want to see this video get out more, share it with your friends. If you like my content and haven't subscribed, it always helps. And thank you again for tuning in, and I hope you see my next video, which will be Alien. Thank you guys. Bye.